Hey, everybody, it's me, Jake, from Jakin.off. Thanks for tuning in to another episode. This week, I have two very special guests. Give it up for Bobby Jaycox and Evan Christian Goldt. Everybody, let them hear it. Bobby Jaycox is a very funny comedian and just a swell fella from St. Louis, Missouri. Make sure you follow him at Bobby Jaycox, Jaycox, and check out his podcast, Discombobulated. Seriously, check it out. And also, old Jakin.off regular, Evan Christian Goldt, joins us again. You can check them out at Evan C. Goldt. So make sure you check out their stand-up dates and stuff they got going on there. Other than that, as always, you can find this podcast at Jakin.off.podcast. And you can send anything at all to Jakin.off.podcast at gmail.com. I will take a look at it at least once. So I'll look at it at least one time. And also, I wanted to mention, again, coming up here at the end of April in Kansas City, Missouri, 25th through the 28th, we got the Black Comedy Fest at Kansas City. Make sure you guys check out BCF Kansas City on Instagram for more information on that. Going to be a heck of a weekend. Just announced the headliners, so go check out those folks and make sure you get your tickets to that. Otherwise, enjoy the episode. Have a nice listen to the episode.
Oh, won't you take off with me? Oh, I know it's your fantasy. Oh, won't you take off with me? Yeah, we're taking off every week.
Stop at like a few places. It's for some people who weren't in the military.
Oh,
it's
then
just
that's
a regular
fucking
memorial.
bullshit.
Fuck them.
Yeah, it's some woke liberal pussy bullshit. Dude.
the only funerals that should happen should have fucking bagpipes.
Yeah,
You
welcome
literally-
to Biden's America, dude. Anybody can be memorialized.
Yeah.
Thanks, Joe
Oh my
Biden.
God. I go to funerals. What branch was he
dude.
in? He wasn't, and I start pulling the casket
Yeah,
away.
dude.
Get him out of the ground. He doesn't deserve to be in the
You
ground.
can't even die until you serve in the
Yeah.
military.
Yeah, dude. It's like a boot camp for dead bodies.
Yeah.
You have the weekend at Bernie's them
what if
through
the draft
boot camp.
wa-
That's so
Yeah,
funny.
dude.
Like,
All
just
the
like a
drill
guy-
instructors are also
On the
dudes
fucking
that are
monkey
dead.
bars.
They're like fucking
They don't
dead
yet,
soldiers.
dude. Because you can be proud of America, whatever. Wouldn't it be funny if the draft was a fishbowl of like any
Yeah,
age person? Like you
yeah,
get pulled,
yeah,
and it's like an 80 guy, and he's like, he's trying to do push-ups, like fucking.
They're like, are you gonna look? China's coming. Huh? They're like, you gotta do a push-up. China's coming.
I'm sorry, I can't hear what you're saying, buddy. Dude, that would be so funny.
I mean, dude, you could probably find a job for like an 80-year-old man in the military. One of them's fucking president, dude. Like, I feel like 80.
Yeah, the
80 years
leader of the
old-
military is 80.
Yeah, he's the commander-in-chief, actually. I never thought of that. Joe Biden is the oldest guy in the military.
Do you know they make all the presidents do drill school or whatever?
Do they?
Yeah, they have to do
No way.
ROTC.
Yeah. Which the only thing I know about ROTC is 100% the movie Major Pain. That's
dude.
my extended knowledge of like.
They had some
it's
ROTC.
pretend.
There were some ROTC kids where I went to school, but I
I asked my dad if I could go
I
to
didn't
one
talk
of
to those fucking kids. So.
Really?
It
I
makes-
wanted to go. When I was a kid, I thought it was cool, but I only knew Major. I was like, yeah, dude, I want to go to that school.
Dude, it makes me really, I get uncomfortable at college sometimes because I'm an clearly like older than like a lot of the people there. And so I get worried that because everybody else that's older
Wait,
is
did you
in the
start-
military. They were
Yeah.
in the military. And so I'm like, I feel like I'm like kind of incidentally stealing valor a little bit because
Just by
everybody's like,
being
well,
older.
clearly this guy was in the military. And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I was fighting in the war on comedy.
Every once in a while.
I was a
You-
soldier in the war.
I was at open mics you would never believe.
Yeah.
I wasn't pulling pins out of grenades. I was putting pen to a page.
Yeah, dude. There'd be open mic lists of 70 guys, sometimes 75 guys.
40, maybe
Sometimes I
50
never
comedians.
even made the list. And I'd get up there and they didn't give a fucking
You
shit.
ever been bumped at 10:30 at night on a Wednesday?
And then you go with all those guys that got bumped and eat chicken and just talk about how much you hate your life.
You ever eaten Waffle House at 2 in the morning on a on a Monday
Yeah.
because you were at an open mic
Oh my god, dude.
drinking.
What a fun time.
Yeah, dude.
What a good time.
What's
Dude,
like the-
it is like dude, being a comedian, swear to God, just like being in the military.
Dude, I hate that. I
Dude,
hate
I
that
hate
shit.
any comedy. You always have to make comparisons because it's just such a weird thing that people be like, dude, being a comic is like. I'm like, no, you just don't want to have a. I've heard Bill Burr say this. It's like it's just all of us who are trying not to have real jobs.
Yes.
And then like we all know, and he said this before too. I did the other day. He goes, we all know people funnier than us even.
Yes,
too. We're just
absolutely.
We're the one. My best friend growing up did
Yeah.
mics with me, but he was like, no, I'll go have a job and make money. And I was like, are you sure you don't want to fucking
Yeah.
be belittled?
Right.
Are you sure?
No, it's cool. Like you talk to the same 10 people about 7 times a week. It's really
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. No, it's seriously and sure they say some stuff that if they said in regular life they would be shunned from society.
Oh, yeah.
But they're just joking. They're just trying to joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're trying to joke. They're
Yeah.
really trying.
You ever hear what like someone at like a job will be like, yeah, this guy got sent to HR, and you'll hear what they said, and you're like,
yeah.
oh yeah, dude, don't go to an open mic.
Yeah,
Right.
I there are sometimes where I'm like, I hear somebody's story and I'm like, you can get sent to HR for that.
Oh yeah, they're like,
Whoa.
I'm like, oh yeah, I can't have a job. Yeah.
HR, I do kind of like think that it's bullshit. Like why?
This is starting to get back into like
Well-
open
No,
mic
no, no,
territory. You know what I think's
But
bullshit?
what I mean
The
is like
problem
the
with
corporate
human
aspect of
resources.
it.
The
Like,
problem with HR, in my experience and my anecdotal like knowledge of people's experiences
Yeah.
with HR, is that HR is also just another human, obviously, and so that person is not necessarily always the safest person to bring certain complaints to.
Oh.
Maybe they're better friends with your boss than you
Yeah.
are, and so
Oh,
you
I
come to
never
them
even
with
thought-
some.
I
Well,
don't-
that's
never had
not
a
what
real
I was
job.
gonna
Yeah.
say. I think that mostly like the reason is because they're not actually trying to help you at all. They just want to
No,
like
they're trying to
prevent
help the company. Yeah.
Yeah, the company from like liability. So
Limit
that's why you always
liability.
hear about people being like, "Hey, this terrible thing is happening," and then they get fired or whatever.
Right,
'cause they're
right.
Like, shut
Wow.
the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, dude, how did we get to this? How did we get to HR?
Probably I slip
We're
and
all
slide
humans,
around.
Bobby,
let's say,
you know?
yeah.
Bobby, what's the worst stand-up comedy show that you've ever done?
Dude, that's a good. I feel like there might have been one that was like worse, but I always think about one I did like when I was probably like I don't know, like 3-4 years into stand up, and I did like a show where they're like it's like a showcase, but they're like I'm like featured. I like probably said to someone I'm featuring. And
Yeah.
it's like it's just a showcase,
Yeah.
and it was at a biker bar, and I remember this. I remember the backdrop was a just dirty blue tarp, like a used blue tarp hanging up. And there was like a like those deep dish TVs, those old big screen
Yeah,
deep
yeah.
dish,
Yes,
those
yes,
like
yes,
fucking.
the
yes.
tube TVs. Yeah.
It was like off, but it was like still on. You know, and it's like when it's like
that like
Oh,
phantom
that, like,
light.
like
yeah.
like your hair's on your arm or something.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
something's gonna crawl out of it.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's like still on. It was like that, and there was no motors. It was a biker bar, and there was only like one motorcycle. I think it was like the display one or whatever, and a
Oh,
bunch
dude.
of cars because it was kind of cold. And I go, "Are you guys bikers?" And they're like, "You hell yeah!" And then I was like, "Well, where are you guys?" I don't remember what I said, but I started making fun of them, and then they hated it. And then I got scared, and I started making fun of the food. And he was like, "She's the cook," and I'm like, "Oh my god!" So I'm bombing in front of like I like go to grab a blue tarp, and it like almost falls off the bungee cord it's hanging on. And then afterwards, I had these I remember I had these tokens for free drinks. And the guy was like, "Hey man, you want like some more tokens for drinks?" And I was like, "Please pay me my $13 or whatever." And I left. And I remember I like raced home. And even though there are, I feel like a lot of people do say cliches about open mics and all that kind of stuff too. But when you're coming
Yeah.
up, I remember I left there and it was like an hour and a half drive from that shitty show, and like feeling like you bombed it and feeling like the audience literally hated you.
Mhm.
And then like going to an open mic and like hanging out with other comics and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like that
yeah.
it really
I've done
does
that
feel
plenty
fun.
of times.
I feel like there's too many cliches now because people assume a lot about stand up. But like when you like do those shows, that's like all you have. And like I still do. There are definitely times it's like if I was on the road and then coming home or passing a comedy club, like I'll just stop by and you get to hang out with people you know, and it's like that's
Yeah.
our office like that. And there are, and
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
believe there
yeah.
is HR. No, there are.
You-
At big at the bigger if there's
I'm
a chain,
HR.
yeah, I'm HR.
Yeah.
And I tell you,
Evan
you can
just
say
wants to-
that.
Don't touch that.
Yeah.
Stop touching
Don't
that.
touch that. Don't look there.
Hey, stop
Don't look
tickling
over
me. You better stop tickling me.
Worst show I ever
Um,
did was definitely opening for Jimmy J.J. Walker at Stanford and Sons Comedy Club. Late show Saturday night. The rest of the shows
Is he
were
still
fine.
alive?
I think so.
It is like
Yeah.
the military. You're like,
Isn't
I'll
he
tell you about
married to
Vietnam.
Yeah, no, late show Saturday night. Jimmy Walker at Stanford and Sons and the Legends. It was a totally papered room. It was totally fucking like free. No one paid to be in that fucking room. And I counted, like during my set, people fucking yelled "Dynamite" at least 10 times.
Dude.
And then during the rest of the show, it got into the 50s before I was just like, I'm not counting anymore. This is fucking insane.
That's wild.
Just people just being like "Dynamite." Like drunkenly the whole time, and they hated me. They hated me, and the only laugh I got was being like, "Well, you guys didn't like me." They're like, "Fuck yeah, we didn't like Dynamite." It was really fucking hard. I'd only been doing comedy for like a year or two, maybe. Like it was not. I was very fresh when I was getting those Stanford and Sons hosting gigs.
I did a couple of those
was
at the
rough.
Legends.
Yeah, the Legends was
was the
particularly
worst.
fucking rough.
Dude, one of the worst shows that I did was in Chanute, Kansas. So this like middle of nowhere town in Kansas at an American Legion. And I was opening for this guy and he was like, "Yeah, you'll do like 20 minutes and then like just bring me up." And I remember there was a tank in the parking lot. When I pulled up, and I was like, Jesus Christ,
Dude.
it's a big fucking tank.
Yeah.
And I pull in, and it's an American Legion in Chanute, Kansas, and like I went up and ate shit. The guy, the headliner, gave me the light at 8 minutes into my set, dude. I did 13 minutes of comedy.
Dude,
I
he
did-
gave you an early light.
Oh, dude, he gave me a light. My
How much time were you
set
supposed to
wasn't
do?
even halfway over 20 minutes.
Oh, dude,
I was
I've gotten an
eating
early
shit
light and gotten
so
fired
hard.
from a club for sure.
Yeah,
And that
that's
sucks. Yeah, when you
tough.
get the
That's
light
the-
early.
I think
and
that's-
those VFWs and stuff, you get it. You are actually excited to book a show, and then you
Yeah.
get there and you're like, what? You almost are like, it's like you took mushrooms and then you
Yes.
found yourself being like, oh, dude, I actually was
Yes.
feeling bad before I did that.
I
Like, it's
happen to
weird.
know that I would not have fun performing for a military crowd, and so
Well, it's usually, even though it is like sometimes they can sometimes
Yeah.
be just it feels like just old people.
no,
like,
yeah.
but
I get that.
It doesn't feel as military-esque, even though there is a tank
Dude,
outside
it
and
feels
like
but
a
closer
helicopter.
to performing in like a nursing home.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Honestly, than it
The-
does performing for like
Yeah.
military people, but when you're in Chanute, Kansas,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I
yeah.
imagine
It
that the
depends where you're at.
VFW down the street here
would be a
is
little
probably
different.
a lot
Exactly.
different than
Yeah,
the
I
VFW
did
in
a show
Chanute,
at
Kansas.
this
They all smell the
winery
same though.
Yeah,
in
they
Lawrence. It's like a vineyard in Lawrence
Yeah.
that's like military themed. Like all of
Whoa.
they have like double tap Cabernet and like
That's
and aerosol
so funny.
peach.
It's
you
like
know,
this wine
it's like
was actually in Afghanistan.
those are two real ones. Yeah, no, literally. So it's like it's all this fucking like
We
military.
flew the
themed-
grapes to Afghanistan and then we flew them back and we turned it into
But the
wine.
You're
lineup
protecting grapes, dude.
in this order
America.
of this show that we did, the lineup was Kaylee Carr, our non-binary friend, me, our non-binary friend, and
Yeah.
Anna Mae Smith, who knows. Just like a very like feministy, like liberally alt-y
Not necessarily
lineup.
the Black Rifle comedy show.
Yeah, exactly.
The Black
Yeah.
Rifle Coffee comedy show.
It fucking ruled. It was
Yeah,
a
yeah.
great show.
Yeah,
Like I don't know like where the
yeah.
people came from exactly. The guys that put it on were these guys. They had this podcast for a while. They were really
Yeah.
nice guys, and I think it was like a
People
lot of their
are
friends
just,
and
like,
shit.
Well,
little
since you were saying that they had like the
shocking.
bullet, they were like the bullet wine. You
Yeah.
guys would be the Chardonnay.
Yeah.
Like,
Chardonnay.
that you guys
Yeah.
both sell wine there. That's what you guys cross promote. We are all selling wine. It doesn't.
No, I do think. See, the thing I think is like, it is lame when comedians refer to people as like civilians. Or
Oh, that
something
shit
like that. Like, I think
sucks.
that it is dumb. But there is this thing where it's like, I don't think that very many people outside of comedy can understand the amount of shame
Ooh, sure.
that you have to go through at times.
Oh no.
To like to be a stand-up
I
comedian.
do think
you know
that,
what I
like,
mean.
Well,
there's
it
a lot
doesn't
of
exist in
people-
anything else. Like music
Yeah.
doesn't exist like that, and it is the only one that does have a lot of like you fail in a lot of things. They're like, I had hit so many home runs before, but at least you're practicing home runs. At least you don't
Yeah.
miss, and someone goes, I hate you. Like,
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
And the thing about stand-up is that it's one of the only skills that you literally can
okay, even
only,
that's a stretch. Skills.
It's one of the only things that you can only practice in front of people. You literally
Yeah,
cannot do stand-up practice in any meaningful way that doesn't involve being in front of actual human beings. Whereas you can play the piano at your house.
Yeah,
you
you
can
the
practice dance at
feedback,
your house.
yeah.
You can fucking practice
That's
your
what I was saying
lines.
during COVID.
You
I
can
was like, I gotta play. We painted and played
you can
good
throw
music more
fucking
'cause
free
you can do it at home.
throws. You
Like,
can
anything you write down, you're like, is this funny? You
Yeah.
don't know.
Literally.
Yeah.
It's the only thing that
Yeah.
every single mistake, every single like victory, it has to happen in front of fucking people. And
Yeah.
so it's like there's no like wiggle room when for fucking up. Like if you're fucking learning how to fucking make pots and you fucking shit a pot, you fucking turn it into a piece of shit.
Well,
You're
gotta
like,
do this again. The
fuck,
only one that saw it was me and God.
Yeah, exactly. I'll start this pot over. No one will ever know I made a pot that looked like a
Yeah.
shit swastika or
Yes.
something.
Yeah, dude. But then, but then the worst. In stand up, you have the worst show ever, and then
Yeah.
like
Three people will be like, "What was that,
dude, or like there will be like a table of people, and they'll be like, "Hey, do you remember we all went to high school together?" And you're like, "What the fuck?"
It's always the shows you invite people to, and they're like, "It's so cool you're doing this," and you're like, and then it's like you do the ones where it's like you're by yourself.
do?
Dude, dude, thank you. Who's got the power
Do-do.
of doo-doo? You do.
Doo-doo.
Oh man, and then we all shit our pants.
Yeah, and then we
We're
all
like, I don't know why they call them
fucking shit our
civilians. And we're
pants,
like, no, but it
yeah, dude. Could any regular fucking guy do this?
Yeah.
Squeeze one out on the pod."
dude. But no, yeah, it is. It does. There's like a lot of that, like, stuff where it's like you don't. That's what's funny is I remember, dude. What was that? Judy Carter's book or whatever. That was like the first thing that got me into stand-up. There's a book called like it's just like how to get.
I know this one. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the one thing that book I've never finished it, but it did make you like sign up for like a date to go up. Like you have to like go on stage by this date, otherwise you'll just keep saying you'll do it.
Yeah, dude.
And I feel like I'm
for
glad that
sure.
I did do that because that first one is so scary. But it's this, I also did an open mic playing guitar like
Yeah.
music, and it's all scary.
Yeah.
It's like you
Right.
have to once you get into it.
I
It is
actually
fun though. It's so
somebody
fun.
reached out to me recently on Instagram and was like, it's somebody that I know, and they were like, hey, like, you know, long time no see, like I'm thinking of like finally trying stand up comedy, and I might have met them previously, and they were like, I think I'm gonna do it, and I probably told them the same thing where I was like, you just have to do it, like you just have
Literally.
to do it, like
Yeah.
I remember.
and it's not even that scary once you do it, or like, and it's also not that hard. Like
Well, it's also not.
it
that
can
to
be
do.
hard to figure out at first.
The
Like,
thing
it can
about-
be hard
Now
to
it's
get
the best.
comfortable.
The thing
yeah.
about doing stand-up that I think eludes a lot of people when they're just thinking about doing it is what they're thinking about doing good stand-up
Yes,
and fun
yes.
stand-up.
Yeah,
They're not
yeah,
thinking about the
yeah, dude.
process of becoming a stand-up comedian wherein you go suffer at open mics for
Yeah.
maybe years before anyone
Yeah.
wants to give you $10 to say
Just get
anything.
harassed
You-
and belittled.
Yeah,
like you said.
exactly. And so like they're just thinking about like, oh, I like these jokes that I've written. I think this could be fun
Yeah.
to do on stage, but they're just not
Yeah.
at all thinking about the fact that like, oh, okay, so you can do that. You can go to an open mic. You could probably even have a pretty good set if you're like a smart person with good taste. But like, who gives a shit if you're not actually gonna like if you're not doing anything with it? It really doesn't matter that you
I think so too.
did it once.
Well, and as you're saying that too, because I've explained it a lot how you like are saying it too, and we all once you do it, you know that. But like you, even when you paint, you can start over. You can do it from you have to be vulnerable, and you have to go up there.
yeah.
But I wish more people would do it because it's like it's not like a crazy. It's not like mystical.
no,
like
no,
I have some people who will be like, I think I don't think anyone can do this. And I'm like, I really do
Yeah.
think anyone can do it, but it's
Yes.
do you have to put in the work and like I always feel like there was that time like last night like there was a moment when I like really had everybody
Yeah.
and it was so fun. But then I really tried something where like I was like I'm gonna go and they're just like they just look at you like this. And you're like, oh, you're always learning. But a musician would, like a guy who would, you never see a guy play guitar be like, wah, wah, like completely forget. So you're
Right.
always doing that. But that's why
Yeah,
I feel like it's the most freeing, elusive, and it really is like the most popular it's ever been in the world
yeah,
right now.
Yeah, it is getting really
And so-
popular.
And it's so I feel like it's a cool thing to be a part of it, but I'm definitely not a comedy elitist. But I think we all kind of
No,
came up
dude,
trying
I'm
to do
not
comedy
either, yeah.
clubs and all like those
Yeah,
back in the day
yeah,
it was like
no.
either one, but we kind of came up I feel like at least when I met
There's
you
not as much of a split
where we all helped
anymore,
each other
It's a
do
more of an
all of them.
indiscriminate
Yeah.
thing where it's just
Yeah.
like we all just want to do comedy and we know that different
Yeah.
kinds of comedy take place in different spaces and
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Like-
No, it's awesome. Like I think there's like a lot of like good things. But like you said, I do wish more people would do it because I think you know, I think about it as like an art form. I don't know really. Like because I think that like art has sort of an elitist connotation a lot of times now.
Yeah.
Because a lot of art requires there's a barrier for
Education
entry,
and
education, something
resources.
like that. And you know, I think that with comedy you don't have that. You don't have a barrier of entry.
It's the
you can just show
smallest
up
barrier of entry
and
to
go.
any fucking
Sometimes
thing.
you have to pay $5 if a place is really shitty. Dude.
Yeah, but then you can just
You really had to pay. I've
$5
never had,
$5 for 3 minutes at the Stanford and
Stanford
Sons
and Sons
Comedy
Comedy
Club.
Club.
that was my
dude.
by which that was the first time featuring ever was at Stanford and Sons.
God, dude,
That's
how was
awful.
it? What happened? Was it? Did they fuck you over? or,
Well,
like,
it's so fun. Well, I was like I was going to the Funny Bone a lot, and I think I maybe had one hosting weekend, and I was like there a lot. And I remember Nikki Glazer one night was like with her mom, and she was like, "You were my mom's favorite comedian." I was like, "Yeah, right." She goes, "I've seen you up here a lot." She was like, "Do you want to feature?" I was like, "Dude, I've never even
That rules.
hosted," and she was like, "You'll do great."
Yeah.
So she takes me up here. And it was a fun weekend. I didn't do, obviously great, but I remember like stretching, and she was so cool. We would like talk afterwards.
A Nikki Glazer
But-
weekend at Stanford's would be different.
It was
like,
awesome.
that would be really fun
really
because
was.
like she has a lot of support
Yeah,
around
it's not the
this
same as
area.
opening for like Screech.
Yeah,
Yes.
literally.
Oh, yeah.
Saved by the Bell.
Exactly,
2
but
weeks after he stabbed that guy.
but the reason, dude, he stabbed someone there.
yeah,
Not
no,
there.
not at
just-
Stanford.
He just
but in
stabbed
his
someone.
life.
Period.
Yeah, he stabbed a guy.
and then kept coming to Stanford.
And then,
Oh, I
and
always
then
heard
he
that
had
like
an
he would
ankle
just like do
bracelet.
someone's. Oh, he had an ankle bracelet.
Yeah, he went to court and he was like, dude, and I wasn't going to say anything to him at all because, I wasn't going to bring up that he stabbed a guy. But the first thing that he did, like when he got there, he's like, yeah, I'm sure you guys probably heard that I stabbed a guy. He's like, I just want to get out. Like, he's like, I want to address it right now.
Do you think
He's
he
like,
wrote?
I didn't stab him. He's like saying like this whole other story.
Do you think I'm picturing him being an actual stand up and like sitting down and being like, so I stabbed a guy. Like, you think he like wrote it or he
Well,
goes
this was like in the,
you know what I mean?
that was like
Yeah.
even in the green room though. Like he
Yeah.
was just talking to like three of us, and he was like, "Yeah, I mean,
Dude, it's so
that's bullshit. I was framed." Basically, it's like okay, All
yeah,
right,
dude. But the reason I was bringing up Stanford is because like I remember when I went there at the end of the weekend. You're so happy. I'm so I couldn't even believe I was doing. I was like, I was
Yeah.
driving to Kansas. I was like, because for me, I didn't go a lot of places like as a kid. So I was like,
Yeah.
I'm going to Kansas City.
Yeah.
And so we go there, and at the end of the weekend, Nikki's like, "Did you get paid yet?" And I go, "No." Honestly, I was gonna be like, I probably didn't even turn the laugh-o-meter on, so they probably, you know what I mean? Like, they could probably don't.
I
even
thought
pay
I
me.
was paying them.
Yeah, exactly. And she's like, follow me. She goes, if I leave before you, they won't. They literally will try not. She was like, and so it was just like a learning weekend. And that's the thing
Yeah.
about stand up too, is
Dude.
that people, I watch people do this, and friends of mine who are like, I want to do it. I try to tell them, you encourage them to write a lot and do whatever.
Yeah.
But you have to let them know that like, you just have to start because a lot of the learning
Yes.
comes from. It's not like driving. Or
Dude,
anything.
literally,
a lot of the
it's
learning
like-
comes from doing it.
It's the first thing I'll tell
I
anybody.
still hang out at comedy clubs because I don't ever feel like I don't ever feel like I'm like I got it. I always
No,
like watching
absolutely.
people and seeing what
Yeah.
people do when they're like, oh man, none of us got someone, and you'll see one guy do it. You're
Yeah.
like, how the fuck did he do that
Right.
so quickly?
That's always so funny when you have like somebody, like you have like open mics when you have somebody who has like the best set.
Yes.
And it's never an actual indication of like who's the best comic
No.
here tonight. It's like, but somebody had
Yeah.
the best set that night.
Yeah.
You're like,
Dude.
wow, what
Well, you know how
happened
people,
there?
You know how
Like,
people say people always like bomb at colleges and stuff? We saw a bunch. We went and saw Tig Notaro at a college, dude, with all the lights on. The worst setup you could for
Ugh.
stand up. And we were all laughing so hard. I was like, did I break this chair? Like, dude, it was like insane
Yeah,
because
that's-
some
Maria
people are
Bamford
just so. Oh, my
came to
God.
my community college when,
Bro.
like a month after I started doing comedy.
I love
Literally
her.
like
I
a
got
month.
chilled, dude. I love her.
She's
dude.
like
she's
no one better.
unreal,
No one
dude.
better. She came to my community college. I went with my sister. My mom bought us tickets for Christmas, and I went to my first open mic January that year, and then she came
Yeah.
February, January of 2015, and she came. This was February of 2015. I went and saw her, and she had me laughing literally harder than I've ever laughed in my life before or since, to a point where like I literally was like in pain and thought I was gonna throw up because at one point she
Nice.
spent and this is real talk. This is not an exaggeration, but you know how long 2 minutes really is. Like 2 minutes she spent rolling around on the floor making fart noises into the microphone.
Yes. Dude.
Like
Yeah.
literally 2
Dude.
minutes straight, and I was just dying,
Yes.
fucking laughing. And the room was full of so many fucking
Yeah.
old people who just
yeah.
like support the fucking theater
Yes.
at the JUCO. They didn't
Yes.
know what
Yeah.
they're getting, and they're laughing like.
Yes.
And when I met her afterwards, I was like, I just started doing comedy like 3 weeks ago, and her reaction was like, wow, that's so nice.
Yes.
And she wrote on my ticket stub, do comedy, it's fun. And I'm
Yes.
like, that's awesome. I met Doug
Dude, let's
Benson
go, dude.
a few
Yeah,
months
hell
later
yeah.
at the Improv. I went to see his
Dude, I
podcast at
smoked
the
weed with him
Improv.
before I went on stage
I
once,
s-
and I literally had to look at myself in the mirror and go, "You're not too hot." You're not, and then I literally go, "Well, you are talking to yourself in the mirror."
I
so you're
smoked
not
him up
so
after
good.
the show. Like I hit him at the meet and greet, and I was like, "Hey, I've got this if you want it." And he was like, "All right, meet by the dumpster." And it's just me and him smoking a joint. I've been doing comedy for like 3 months. I'm very excited. I've seen this guy in documentaries and all this shit that I love. And I just go, I actually just started comedy. And his reaction was, "You got to start sometime." No eye contact, no emotion. You got to start
Yeah,
sometime.
dude.
And I remember thinking in that moment, I'm like, that's literally the perfect reaction. Who the
Yeah.
fuck am I? Why should you give a fuck that I have been
Yeah,
to
yeah,
10 open
yeah.
mics?
Yeah,
You've been
once-
doing this for
once you're
20
still-
fucking years or whatever.
Any comic still telling how long they've done as if it's a baby.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, I've been doing it for 17 months. Like a guy literally said, a guy told me once, and I'm like, just say a year. You can say 2, like whatever. You
Round
want.
up.
Yeah, whatever you want. But dude, I
Fine.
saw when you were saying that, I saw Tig at a college.
Yeah.
And dude, she did this bit where they were like, she was like, "Hey, can I get that water?" And so one of the college students brings her water, and she jokingly just goes and drops it, and the fucking bottle explodes. So then she kind of starts laughing. So she brings her out another one, and she's like, "Never seen that happen." She goes, second bottle explode, dude. And she goes, "I'm so sorry." And then she does this bit about like a horse being behind her trying to get to her slip. And I'm like, that's what I love about seeing a comedian be able that's the shit I like. Because I think when you
Yeah,
come up
yeah,
like you're talking about Screech, those guys who came up in the time where they're like, and I stabbed the guy, and people were like, "That's what I want to do." And then, like, you see someone do just silly,
Yeah,
and that's
then I
like,
fucked her.
Yeah,
And
I'm
everybody's like, "Who?"
yeah. What is an Andrew Dice Clay concert if not a fucking room full of gorillas just going like, fucking hickory dickory dock. He is funny.
Dude.
I liked his show on Showtime. Did you ever watch
Oh,
Dice on
no.
Showtime? It's basically his version of Louis.
Oh, okay.
And frankly, pretty fucking fun. Pretty fun. There's an episode with Chris Angel where he gets mind freaked. It rules, dude.
Oh my god,
Dude, I love that.
Also, what like? Are there podcasts about that and magicians be like, "Remember when I got into magic? You couldn't even fucking I couldn't even make my thumb
Dude,
disappear."
There's gotta be.
100%.
There's
There's
gotta
gotta
be.
be.
And they
like-
think it's so cool like we do, and everyone's like, "God," like literally that's the one thing I hear about people being like, "I like podcasts, but I'm kind of tired about hearing comics talk about it." And then I'm like,
Yeah.
"But it's our I'm like I kind of gave up on being like, yeah, it's like
Yeah.
we do. I don't care. I love talking about
Dude.
it."
But you got an article?
I do have an article. We can. So I this kind of made me
You
think
sure you don't
of
want to do an hour more? Talk?
this kind of made me think of the shame
Jake finds
angle.
great
You know,
articles.
just ways to like feel shame. So this lady in the UK, she found on the side of a road what she thought was a hedgehog, a hurt hedgehog, and she like did everything you're supposed to do. She didn't touch it because you're not supposed to touch them. Like
That makes their
she's-
moms not love them.
yeah,
or
it makes
whatever.
their moms not love them. Their moms spit in their face. if you
Yeah,
touch
you're
'em.
not one of my kids anymore.
You gross bitch.
You
But you know, scooped it up in a shoebox, like fed it, like gave it cat food overnight, and then took it to a vet like the first thing the next day, and like is like, "Hey, like we have an emergency. This hedgehog hasn't moved the whole night. You know, I think it might be dead, but I didn't want to touch it." And it turns out it was just like the
Shut up.
palm of a hat.
Shut up.
Dude, she has a picture of it in the box with the cat food.
Well, she said she fed it cat food, and it's like, how did it eat that?
It didn't. It
Yeah,
didn't.
she just
She,
like-
she was like, I tried to feed it. It didn't move all night. She's like, it
Dude.
didn't move. This hedgehog is hurt.
Now she's in jail for possession with the intent to distribute. But
Dude, it does look like a hedgehog, kind of.
no,
Like-
I can understand.
Shut up. Don't even try to be. You're like right now. You're like, oh, I understand how this woman is a complete fucking idiot.
No, I
Like,
can.
Once
I
you
can.
pick it up, but here's the thing. If I just saw that, I'd be like, it's a hedge. But once I touched any little,
yeah,
Yeah,
once
no,
you
I
scooped
agree.
it up
I
with
agree.
the shoebox, you'd be like, this hedgehog's a lot
Yeah,
lighter
yeah.
than I thought.
Yeah,
it would be.
exactly. This
Yeah.
the hedgehog doesn't feel like it's full of blood.
yeah. That almost sounds like someone who had a bad day and was looking for something to help. She would have
Yes,
saved
dude.
she would have saved a book and been like, look at this. This turtle is sick, dude. This
Yeah,
turtle has
she-
words inside of it.
She nursed a book back to health.
Yeah, she's like, oh my. She takes a book to the vet. Dude, I took my my roommate's dog to the vet the other day because like he's really bad about like jumping up places. So like you keep stuff hidden.
Yeah.
But I just like came home and like took all my stuff out and I had gum up there. And gum's really bad for dogs. So I call the vet, but this vet like I was like, hey, I know it's bad. I was like, should I bring him in? She goes, he ate gum? And I go, yeah. I was like, how much? And I was like, I said what kind, like it's Trident and whatever. And she goes, you got to bring him to the emergency room right now.
Oh
so
my God.
dude, I got the dog in there. I'm petting him. I'm crying. I'm like about crying because it's like,
Yeah.
at first you're
It's
like,
your
bad
roommate's dog.
Well, first you're like, yeah, exactly too, because
Yeah.
it's like, your dog.
My
you know,
roommate's gonna fucking kill me.
I would
like-
never. You would never forgive yourself because it's like
Yeah,
even your
dude.
dog you would never, but you're someone else's dog, or whatever.
No.
So we're going to and whatever. So then the dog they give him medicine throws up, and then they go, yeah, I don't know why you freaked out. The gum's not great. But what's this? And in the vomit, there was like an obscene amount of candles. This dog
Candles?
This dog had eaten candles, and I was like, and they were like, so we're not really worried about that. How many candles do you think he ate? And I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was like, dude, he
like
got
birthday candles or something.
No, like fucking tea lights.
Lights.
Dude, like fucking got into tea lights real bad one night.
Yo, what the
They
fuck is this
smell
dog
really
eating?
good.
Oh,
I know they smell
good.
really good.
I
so-
hate
they
vigils.
but yeah, dude.
I just hate candlelight vigils.
You
Yeah.
know, you smell like blood or something.
Yeah.
Why is this dog eating them, dude?
But the whole time I was, at least when I took the dog in there, they weren't like, this is a pillow that has gum on it. At least like I was like, I knew it was a dog.
Yeah.
Could you imagine being in line? Your dog, like you're like, my dog's really sick, and they're
You're
hold on, we have
actually
to help this
like
fucking
all the
hedgehog.
hedgehogs in front of line. Yeah, we took all its vitals. This is a piece of a hat.
Yes.
This is
And there's a cat in the lobby
This is
that
actually
has
a piece,
died.
this is a piece of the hat, and it's actually breathing just fine.
Yeah. We're actually astounded that it's breathing,
You're so dumb.
Well,
but it doesn't need to eat.
it didn't eat because it doesn't eat cat food. It eats
Yeah.
hat food.
Yeah. This woman, I just like I do like that this woman brought it in and then has to go home, and I do feel bad. This is dark, but she's probably gonna see an actual animal that's like sick on the side of the road and just be like, it's
It's
probably a
another-
top hat.
It's just a box.
Yeah,
it's
That was
just a
probably
shoebox.
a cowboy hat.
There's
Oh,
there's like a man dying on her porch. It's
Yeah,
just like an
yeah.
old man had a heart
Stuffed
attack on
animal.
the sidewalk.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, somebody went to Build-A-Bear.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Dude,
that's so
No,
sad.
it's
so
pretty
Yeah, so
embarrassing.
that is embarrassing.
That's
but
so
at least
funny.
she was trying to do something nice.
Yeah, I mean, the story is that you're an idiot that like cares.
What's something you've seen that like looks like something that's not? Because I remember, I literally just when I was, remember when you were a kid, you have that when your umbilical cord, you have that like little belly button thing that dries up and falls off, and some moms save it. You ever heard of that?
No.
Yeah,
my-
I know what you're talking
My
about.
brother had one of those that fell off, and my mom was like looking for it to save it, and I swear to God, I had it in my hand and almost ate it because it looks like a raisin. And then my mom goes, "Oh, you found it," and I go, "Oh yeah." And I almost ate that thing. But that was like the last thing I thought.
You
looked
almost
like
tasted human meat, dude.
Ew.
meat.
Dude,
Whoa.
ew, don't. It was gross before you made it like that.
Would you try human meat? If they grew it in a lab?
No.
Okay,
no.
if they grew it in a lab,
No,
though.
that's not human
They
meat.
grow it in a petri dish. No,
a
it
poop
is.
Tree dish.
A poop tree
A
dish.
poop dish.
They grow it in a petri dish. It's like a
grew it
little.
in a poop tree dish.
It's a little dick, and it slowly gets bigger.
I'd fuck that.
But would
It's
you eat
artificially
I
gay.
love this as like
You're
I love this as
artificially
the
gay.
ad. Like you're the
Yeah.
guy that started the human meat
Yeah.
company, but this is like your pitch, and this is like the
Imagine.
Super Bowl ad. All right, so would you eat human meat? No, stay
Yeah,
with me.
it
Like
does
if it's
seem
grown
like
in a
it's
dish.
sponsored by it, because as soon as I tried to answer it, he goes, "No, but listen."
No, check it out.
Bobby, you don't understand, dude. You would eat it.
You know how we were talking about?
You would eat it.
We were
dude.
talking about comedy clubs, and I won't say which one, but there's a
They
comedy.
served you human meat.
No, I swear to God, dude. So we
They're
were
like,
at
we grind up all the worst open micers and put them
No.
into.
Every week we get rid of one.
a guy had literally got like fired his whole staff, or they all quit because he had like punched somebody or whatever.
Yeah.
And this person had like
Typical
made a
comedy club.
stew, and he was not doing the well. I just remember eating, and I remember he was like,
Stew.
I just remember eating it that night and being like, I just remember being like, I don't know. I just stopped because I really did think I was like, I could be eating I felt like too many things were going wrong that I might be eating, but I was really
Dude,
hungry, so I ate a
love that.
little bit of a
You're
person.
I
eating
love that.
stew. Stew's in there.
Yes.
Oh no.
Come on down to Stu's Laugh Bar and try the stew.
Why, yeah. And you do feel like when you eat an animal, I always assume it's like a man.
What a terrible thing. People are just doing spit takes with stew in their mouth
my
because they're
God.
laughing so hard.
So, yeah, when you said
can't eat
stew at the
stew
comedy club, I
during
was like,
comedy
Jesus
shows.
Christ.
Waitresses are spilling it, getting
No one
third
should
degree
hold a
burns on their arm.
spoon in a comedy club.
Yeah.
No one in a comedy club should have a spoon in their
Well, I
hand.
guess actually it sounds like there were no waitresses. Did they do like a soup kitchen kind of thing?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Everybody had to line up.
I scooped out stew myself. I served human to myself. No, there was no human, but I don't know what was in it. But yeah,
Dude, horse.
but yeah.
Horse.
Mini horse, dude. Tiny horse. One of those tiny horses.
Tiny
Oh my
horses.
God.
Everybody always wants one of those to put on Instagram, but I want one to eat.
I had
Yeah.
a,
I wanna try that
route when I was a FedEx driver. I
Tiny
had this
horse
one
meat.
route I would work every once in a while where I
Uh-huh.
got to like deliver to a house that had tiny horses. Those motherfuckers can run. They love
Dude,
running.
yeah.
They
Dude, yeah,
love
bro.
to run.
Yeah.
They're little ponies.
They're really
They do
cute.
look like those little horses look like there's two people inside running.
A
They
little
look
bit.
like there's
Yeah,
two like
yeah,
small
yeah,
kids
They're
running.
fast, dude.
They are
They're really
fast.
cool.
Yeah.
It was like a baby one fucking running its laps, and its
Yeah,
parents
dude.
were just like
Yeah, dude.
just standing.
I want to ride, dude. I don't know what it is. I feel like I'd have a midlife crisis and like buy a horse. I want to go on a horse so bad, just like
Yeah.
fucking
Oh,
going
dude,
fast.
yeah.
I went to
It'd be
horse camp
fun.
as a kid.
Dude,
yeah.
also, horse becomes valuable when everything breaks down and you can't get gas anymore.
Yeah, because
but-
now
but you would have to
know
get a
how
lot
to.
But
of
you'd also,
hay.
yeah,
You'd
you'd
have
have
to
to
get
feed a
those
horse. I
hay.
guess.
You're like charging it with at a horse at a hay stop.
I would just
Never
feed it my
mind. My
hair.
reasoning for getting a horse has been completely destroyed.
and then eventually they have people working in the hay. It would eventually be like not good, like how we get
Seriously.
lithium. And
in my
stuff.
head for years, I've been like, I'm gonna get rich and I'm gonna get a horse.
The hay farmers.
And I'm gonna
will
be safe during the apocalypse.
And dude, I like sleep in my car sometimes. I'm like, that's not a good plan, man. You can't be getting a horse, buddy. Comics will give
How am
life
I gonna
lessons.
sleep in my horse?
Do you ever hear a comic telling someone else how to live their life, and you're like, "Shut the fuck up! You can't even
Yes,
get booked in
dude.
Iowa, dude.
Yes.
What are you talking
Yes.
about?"
Or I'll hear
I'll
like,
do it myself.
Who books that state?
Yeah, dude, watching a shit comic get turned on when they're like, "Who books that?" Dude, that is it. Literally is like someone hitting on your sister. They're like, "What's her name?"
That's so funny.
Dude, I could work her. Oh my
Dude,
god! I had a guy reach over me the other day, get booked at a Mexican joint. And I was like, "You can have it, buddy."
Mexican joint.
Swear to God.
I
dude.
did a show it was in a pool hall that was in the basement of a Mexican restaurant that was attached to an Econo Lodge in Sedalia, Missouri.
Yeah.
And they had floodlights in the ceiling, and some of them were out, or like just missing the light bulbs.
Well, it floods a lot.
And so
there.
before the
Yeah, every
before
flood
the
eats
show-
a light bulb.
before the show though, they had to move light bulbs from other areas of the ceiling to over the stage so that there would be lighting on the stage.
It's so funny with like a small town when they're like, all right, the comedy show's coming in. And
I was
what
a
they do is
teenager.
what-
I was like 19.
When did you? I started when I was 19.
yeah,
Did
and
you
so I
start
c-
young 18.
I started right after I turned 19.
Dude, yeah, dude. That's,
And I had never. I
we
wasn't.
had
allo-
no idea. We were like, you ever miss the toilet when you piss?
I didn't.
Like,
I
we
didn't
had no
drive,
idea.
and they let me drink because they just assumed that I was overage, even though I looked like a giant baby. Like I
Yeah.
literally looked like
You
an
got that big
adult
fucking
baby.
head. I mean,
Yeah,
you look like
yeah,
a
it's
guy
huge.
whose head took years to
It's
grow.
fucking
You know?
giant, dude. Big ass head.
Yeah.
No,
Fuck yeah.
it's a great size head.
Yeah, dude.
Looks like it would fill just a perfect sized hat.
Yeah.
I've avoided most of the shows that would make me want to kill myself. Like
Yeah,
I've
I
done a
wanna do
pretty
them
good
all.
job of
That's
like
good.
turning down things, even like when I probably wasn't in a position to turn down things because I was like, that's gonna be bad.
I always feel like you guys like any comic who does that, like
Yeah.
you do. Anyone who's like, I'm just gonna do the ones I want is
Right.
always better because I'll do one that I'm like I don't want to, but I think I'm like,
Yeah, but I
this will
could
be the
use-
one Lorne Michaels is at. He's at
$70 would be
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, even I'm fucking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the thing about the shows that I don't want to do is that they often are like in these tiny towns and they'll give you good money. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
yeah,
they'll be like, we got $200 for two comedians to come do 20 minutes at the, and I'm like, oh god, if that didn't make me want to fucking like kill myself, I might take the
Yeah.
money. I mean, that
I will
sounds
say
fun.
though,
You know?
I do think going out of your comfort zone and still because you still are going to be you. You're not
Oh,
going
yeah.
to go there and do a different set. I do think there is something fun because sometimes you'll also be surprised how much
Yeah,
they
I've had
will
fun
like
times.
you.
I've had
That's
fun
all I wanna
times
say.
in small towns. Like we went to Maryville, Kansas. Was that what it was?
No.
It was something like that.
Yeah, it was like Minnesota,
Marion.
Kansas, or some
Yeah.
shit.
We went to a small fucking
It was
town in
nice.
Kansas just last year that was like a lot of fun, and
Yeah.
like all
Yeah.
200 of them showed up for the show basically.
Yeah,
Well,
and
if
then
you
the
like-
guy who
Yeah.
owned the place was like, "I'm giving you guys an extra $100."
Yes.
yeah, just
And I
'cause,
was like,
dude,
"Wow!"
I read their Wikipedia page at them. They loved that. Like I
Yes.
printed it at my job and
Yes.
like just
We're
like
so
highlighted
fucking
stuff I thought was
dope.
good.
Dude, and even if you have a buddy with you, like it is like whatever. I don't like I didn't vacation a lot as a kid. We would be like, we're going to Destin, Florida or whatever.
Yeah.
But when you go to those towns, it's like, dude, we'll walk around. It's like it's fun. It really is a fun time. Just like when
They had Robert E. Lee on a building.
yeah,
yeah, which is weird for Kansas.
I was like,
Dude,
we're in Kansas.
They had him next to Ulysses S.
like,
Grant.
we-
They were like
We
it
just
was
like
all
the
these-
era.
They're like
Yeah,
they
these
both did well.
Civil War and like civil
Terrible.
rights icons, but then also Robert E. Lee for some
It was
reason.
very strange.
Yeah, they're like they tried their best.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, they did.
Oh my god.
I brought it up, and there was like one lady who was like, "Take it down."
Oh my
And there
like,
was
"Get
like
it
a
down."
smattering of people that were like, yeah, woo.
Yeah.
Dude, my buddy, I have a buddy I went to high school with who he asked me one time, he's like, "You want to go to Civil War reenactments with me?" And I was like, "I sure don't," because it's like it's also like not like it's like the Harlem Globetrotters where they're like sometimes the other team will win.
every once in a while.
Yeah, it's like it's and then like I also dude the last thing I would ever you remember like before I did stand up I was like I want to be like an actor. That's what I want to do.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you think you start to like learn what other things are and dude could you imagine being like oh dude I'm gonna be in the thing but you die and you just lay
Oh,
there
Bobby,
at
you're
the
an actor. This
reenactment?
is a perfect time for you to act like a dead soldier.
Yes. And like
Bobby,
the-
you're
you-
into
they
comedy.
take it
Wouldn't it
so
be funny if
seriously.
you were a soldier for the
Yeah.
Union Army that
Could
got
you,
killed?
dude? The fucking Confederate, they die and they're like in character. They're like they have like dead racist thoughts.
Yeah, yeah.
This is, yeah.
Oh my god! But yeah, let's. We're getting back into the comedy talk. Yeah. Dude, what?
I got
Comedy
another one, dude.
Confederacy, there's
Yeah.
Let me dial one up for you. So I don't know what your guys' moms packed you for lunch. I ate school lunch a lot.
Dude,
I ate school
I saw
lunch.
the pictures. this is so funny.
So
I know
this
that's so
kid in
funny.
Florida, I'm not going to show you the picture. This
I
kid in
saw it.
Florida went to school, and he's going to go eat his lunch, and
Florida
suddenly
does make you
everybody's
think
like,
an
"Hey,
alligator's gonna be inside
yeah,
of it.
there's
There's
hey,
a snake in there.
my mom packed me a gun for my lunch." This kid yells, and all the teachers
You
come
wanna
over.
trade?
And they call the mom to the school, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I accidentally put my gun in my son's lunchbox
my
and sent him to
God.
school
Well,
with
like,
it."
did
dude."
it have like peanut butter on one side? Like,
yeah, it's in between two pieces of bread.
He like took a bite and he's like, "Damn, dude,
ah, that's
this is chunky.
this is
peanut
real
butter,
crunchy.
dude.
Yeah, this is
This
extra
is 9
crunchy.
millimeter peanut butter." dude.
Usually, mom just puts a plastic spoon to eat my Go-Gurt with.
Oh
But,
my God.
but I guess today,
yeah,
I'm
I
supposed-
guess I'm supposed to use this Glock.
Dude, that's
No, so apparently what happened.
is
and
he became
dude,
the
when
most
I-
popular kid in school, dude.
Yeah,
when you
because
guys
he's
hear
like,
the
"You like me,
story,
right?"
you're gonna be like, "Oh, this could have happened to
There's
anybody."
more.
Yeah, this could have happened to anybody. Because she keeps her gun in her glove box usually of her car, but people have been breaking into cars lately, and so it's like, yeah, you don't want to have your glove box full of a gun that somebody could steal. So she brings it in at night and then remembers to take it back and put it in her car for when she's driving in case she needs it, of course.
Right.
and then but she doesn't carry a purse, and so she just put it in her kid's lunchbox and then forgot to take it out and put it back in the glove box.
I'd rather have a gun at recess and not need it than need a gun at recess and not have
Yeah,
it.
this kid is taking his role as hall monitor very
Yeah.
seriously.
Hey, don't tread on my test, dude. Are you kidding
Oh
me?
yeah, was that the last? That was the last slice of pizza.
Yeah.
That was the last slice of
Oh
pizza
my
today.
God.
Was it?
Yeah, they made Timmy hall monitor, and then he came to school in
Oh my
Oakley
God.
sunglasses and a Punisher t-shirt, and he had a gun in his lunch.
He started talking about the election being stolen. It was strange.
Dude, that is crazy.
The election
Isn't it
for
wild?
hall monitor, which he won. So I
Can
was.
you imagine being like one of the teachers at school where you're like helping this kid, like, oh, like, what do you have for lunch today?
Yeah.
Miss Wilson, is there supposed to be gun in
Dude.
you?
Dude, and I used to. Dude,
She's like, no, that's how you eat sushi. Is there supposed to be a gun on? Like,
Dude, I used to get pissed when my mom would leave the crust on my Are you kidding me?
Dude, no, they called the mom. They made her come to the school, of course, and then obviously
what? That's
when they
fucked
got
up.
there, when they got
Nanny
there,
state bullshit. Mom has to come save everybody from the gun.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
what's the big deal?
Yeah.
What I accidentally put a gun in my kid's lunch.
Yeah, how
sue
big?
me.
What
The
size
kids-
gun was this?
Kids need to learn.
Yeah.
All right. It fits in a lunchbox. How bad could it be?
Oh my god.
But she showed up, and then I guess actually it wasn't at school; it was at a daycare. So this is like a really little kid. And the people who ran the daycare were like, "We don't want to press charges. Like it was a mistake." Or whatever, and the police were still like, the police were still like, no, that's not you. We're sorry, but you
Yeah.
can't send a gun.
You're
in a
really
kid's
blowing this
lunchbox.
out of proportion.
Yeah, yeah,
Like-
yeah.
That's insane, dude.
Yeah, dude. So the mom got arrested, and then they were like, "Sorry, kid.
What did they?
You don't have a mom anymore."
What like? Because that is like that's definitely.
Guess you should have brought your own lunch.
Yeah. Hey,
should've-
we're gonna let you keep the gun because you're gonna need it. You got a tough life.
Well,
ahead
dude,
of
and
you.
also, but like that's child, dude, like for real, that's child endangerment. But isn't that also?
Yeah.
It's like that, like the fact that it's like at a school. Like, yeah, dude, you can't. Like, I love that she tried to be like, come on, like, I
yeah.
love,
Well, dude,
like
even
there's
the people,
sometimes you have to know that you're like, oh, I fucked up.
the people
Right.
who ran the daycare even were like,
Oh,
we
it was
don't,
a
we
daycare?
don't want to press charges.
How
yeah.
old is this kid?
He's a child, dude. He's in daycare.
But yeah,
He's like
I was
4.
picturing like 6th grade.
No, dude. This is like a 4-year-old's lunch.
Oh my. Well, oh my god, dude,
See,
what a
the
nap
fucking
time,
day-
dude.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I can't. That's like when your kid's that young, your gun should be at your uncle's house. Like
No,
I don't
dude,
even, like, you know what I mean? Like I
well,
feel like I don't know. I don't even know what
I'm
I'm
kind of
just
with
trying-
this lady. I think it should be in the glove box.
I know, yeah,
She
I'm
just
trying to-
forgot to put it in there.
That's
she
the thing
thinks
about
they get a
gun-
lock for the glove box. So
Yeah.
like, people can break
Yeah.
into the car, sure, but then they'd have to break into the glove box too.
yeah.
You know.
Well, dude, I'm not a big. That's the
And
thing.
what
is-
happens? They find a gun. Maybe they kill themselves, and
Yeah.
you find the guy who did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, your car is saved.
Well,
Like,
I'm not.
finally.
Are you guys like big gun? I'm not like a big gun guy.
No,
a guy that
no.
breaks into cars
I'm not-
because he's looking for a gun to kill himself with.
I'm not
like,
necessarily.
Dude, that's dude.
like
That
he,
is,
he can't figure out a different way, a more convenient way to
Don't
kill
speak too
suicide.
far.
dude. That's so
Okay.
funny. Yeah, get over it.
Okay, I'm over here now.
Anyways, I'm so sorry.
No,
I
you're
totally
good.
interrupted
I just
the
like
momentum.
the idea of like a guy who, like, he can't think of jumping off a bridge. He can't. He's like, surely one of these cars
Yeah.
Yeah.
will have a gun if I just keep breaking windows long enough.
Nah, that gun was supposed to be in the glove box, but instead it's in that kid's lunchbox.
Oh man, this feels like an M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Dude,
With
yeah, no. Where do you guys where do where do you guys think the best place for a gun is?
In the hands of
Women.
Whoa, dude, Evan's woke as fuck.
Yeah.
I honestly just woke up from you saying that. That's how woke. That was actually good. You actually woke me up.
There you go.
No, I honestly think they should be next to where you can get fire extinguishers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Literally, anywhere there's a fire extinguisher, there should be a gun right next to that.
behind the glass, because if you can't break the glass, you shouldn't be having.
Yeah, exactly. If you
But no,
can't
yeah.
break the glass, you can't bust a cap.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the phrase.
yeah.
We all know it. You
Dude.
learn it in school after the Pledge of Allegiance.
Yeah. Well, I grew up around like people who had guns, and I was
Yeah,
I've never
yeah.
I literally thought guns were cool when we were like when you would be playing guns.
Yes.
And then
I
anything
did
beyond-
play guns.
Yeah,
a lot.
and then beyond that, you were like, I'm not that into like as an
Yes.
adult, everyone who wants to protect them, they're like, I really want to protect myself. Like after a while, if I was wearing knee pads, to be like, you just never know.
I had a
You
very
know what I mean? You're just like,
Yeah,
and I
first-
fall down way more. And after a while, you have to be like everyone I know who has guns is literally like, I think I need to sell some guns. It's
I
like,
was-
yeah,
Yeah,
you
dude.
can't.
Hey, you
one
know
is
what-
fine.
You know what you should get instead of a gun? Just wear a helmet, bud. Just wear a helmet everywhere.
I
dude.
was like never around guns as a kid, and then my next door neighbor, who I like became friends with around like 5th grade or so, like showed me his dad's gun. It was the first time I ever saw a
That's
gun.
classic.
Yeah,
Scary.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
dude.
and my thought the first thought I had was like, I bet I could use this to threaten the kid across the street from stop trying to steal my Pokemon cards. And then I was like, I shouldn't have a gun. Like, I was like, this is bad. What am I thinking right now?
Like,
Like,
yeah, maybe
I just have to show it to him.
maybe
Like,
I could use this to get even.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah,
oh my
like,
God.
the first thought I had
The
was like,
opposite.
it's just too much
It saves
power,
his
right?
life because he has a
Dude.
holographic one. It like doesn't go through. Like I was like, oh,
The Charizard saved me.
Charizard.
One of my professors.
That's hilarious.
One of my professors is talking about how when he talks to Chinese people about having guns, they'll be like, they'll be like,
You should specify what you do.
Yeah, I studied
Then
Chinese.
he's not going
school.
around sees a Chinese
Yeah,
guy.
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about
No,
guns.
In China, like everybody will be like, we couldn't have guns. We'd all kill each other. It's like, well, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
course.
what having a gun does.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I have a killing person thing in
Yeah.
my. It's like I have my phone, I have my wallet. You
Phone,
know, I keep a
wallet,
comb
keys,
on
gun.
me, like in my
Yeah.
car. I have the axe, and then I have a thing to
Yeah.
kill people if I need it. Just in case I need to kill a guy, I just
Dude.
want to be
Yeah,
able
I'm
to.
pretty willy-nilly with transport. Sometimes I put it in my kid's lunchbox.
Dude. Everyone who has a gun, they're like, I just use it for protection. I'm like, oh yeah, you kill somebody and then you go, oh, that's handled. Where do you guys want to eat? Like,
Yeah,
I'm like, dude, that would
I
fuck
know.
you up
You know where you-
forever,
Yes.
dude.
You know where the
Yes,
best
yes.
place for a gun is? It's underneath the laptop that you're supposed to be writing your screenplay on. Yeah, you know what I
dude,
mean? You
yeah.
know, oh, you want a gun? Maybe you need to write a few.
It'd be
Man
so
enter.
hard to
I
type,
wish a
dude.
man would enter.
Yeah, the fucking laptop's going all over the place.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Talk about Chekhov's gun. I can't see this gun.
Yeah.
Yo, so are you guys gonna get one of these Neuralink brain chips?
Oh yeah, I already have 6.
Are you guys gonna get one, dude? When they come out, dude?
I have one for my
You
penis.
guys gonna do
I have
it?
one for my brain.
You can control a computer with your mind.
I'm gonna get one if it's like menthol flavored. Yes.
They're like, yeah, it just makes you taste menthol.
yeah, if you like pop it, you
Dude. You're like,
Yeah. Dude, Bobby got a Camel Crush bead embedded in his head.
oh my god, dude. It's so funny.
my brain feels like Baja Blast right now.
Could you? It's like an. Oh my god, dude! It's like in the Matrix. You're like, I know a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah,
like I know kung fu.
I don't want to dream in ads. Like I'll never fucking put anything. I'll never
Bro,
cyborg
that is a
myself that
good
hard
point.
because I know what they do. As soon as you have technology,
They're
they
gonna put
fucking
ads,
put ads
dude.
all
Yeah,
over it.
there's gonna
I don't
be
want
ads
fucking like
everywhere.
ads for Lunesta in my brain.
That's such a good point.
You
I
know?
didn't think about that. I don't know if they can already do that, but they definitely
It
will, in
will
the future.
happen. Yeah, you'll literally have dreams.
And I
where
don't
you're
even
like, I
necessarily
think I
think
really
that's
want
the
to go
worst
see that new
outcome.
Sydney Sweeney movie.
Yeah.
They murdered like so many pigs and monkeys.
It really
to
sucks that
make
you
it
can't
work,
say
dude.
Sydney Sweeney's names without everyone pausing and just. Anyway,
Dude.
you're just like, okay.
Thinking about
Um,
how bad it is. How bad it is that new movie is bad.
Yeah.
They tested the brain chip on like so many different animals, and at one point, I don't know if you guys remember this, but or read about it when it happened, but they were getting in kind of hot water because they were trying to push it. They're like, we got to get this fucking brain chip done, and so they're like, fuck it, who cares if the animals die? And so it's just like all these like they're like throwing dead bodies of like monkeys. And
That's how they
pigs
like
just,
made the
into
movie
an
Milo and
incinerator.
Otis.
Dude, it's crazy.
They literally just
and
like
they're
kept
like,
killing cats.
do Control Alt Delete, monkey.
Yeah.
But what's so fucked up about it, though, because I was reading another story where they saved all these chickens. The SPCA and like the local authorities saved like 300 chickens from this cockfighting ring in California, and it was fucked up, dude. Like this, it's like a compound like full of all these things. But then you get halfway through the story, and they're like, "Yeah, so they saved them, and then they euthanized all of them." And you're like, "What? What the
Yeah,
fuck?"
they're not gonna die with honor.
Like,
They're not gonna
yeah,
die.
dude, no. Why not?
They don't
even
get
like,
into
you can
Stovo
feed 'em
Corps
to
now.
people.
Yeah.
Even. Like,
Literally
They're like, no, we actually shoot all of them
in front of each other.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, they make them look at the other side of the street and like Lenny them and like shoot behind.
Looks
Yeah.
like you'll never cross the road.
It's like
Oh my God.
liberating this chicken camp and then fucking killing all of them.
I do have a
immediately
real
after.
question. What is this like? What people will keep talking about the chip, but what does it do?
Dude, okay, so this guy
You can say on.
so
yeah, wake up quicker.
you actually clap. You have to clap. No, so the first guy to get it in his brain, the first human.
oh, they have done it.
Yeah, so he's
Oh.
he's a quadriplegic. And this is actually a use for it that I did not think of.
This makes sense.
Because he talks
He
about
didn't have the neural.
he talks about how it allowed him to stay up all night and play Civilization 6,
Rad.
which sounds like not that big of a deal, but to this guy, he's like, I couldn't play this game before without assistance from like my friends or my dad, which meant that like
And
we
that
couldn't
sucks.
we couldn't play very long, and like, you know, he's like reading, like I can't read without somebody's help. And so this chip literally allows him to control the computer mouse with his brain.
So that's tight.
And so, dude, it was a use for it that I didn't think of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do.
I'm very ableist in my like sci-fi
Yes,
fears. I don't
yes,
think like,
yes.
oh yeah, technology helps people live better lives.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. But I
well,
thought it was
the
a really
the
interesting.
using of humans is the part that you're like, no, I don't want to get you. That's like, I wouldn't get one, but I'm like, what does it do? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, or whatever.
No. And it was really interesting because he talked about how, it was improving. It had already improved his life pretty significantly, and he was like, obviously, like, we've had some minor like issues or something like that, but nothing. There's been no issues with like his health or anything like that. So I was like, dang, dude, that's actually kind of sick.
Well, what are those videos?
But it also indicates very clearly to me that I don't need one.
Yeah,
I'm not
No,
a
100%.
quadriplegic. I have
Yeah.
all of my
Yeah,
faculties. I
yeah,
can use a mouse. I can
yeah.
use a touchscreen. Like
Yeah.
I'm good to go on this score.
unless I can use it to jerk off.
Yeah,
without
unless I can
needing
start.
to use
Unless
my
the
hands.
microchip lets me go hands free with my
Yeah,
jerky
dude,
session, so I don't have to
Yeah.
be gay anymore, then no deal.
Dude, does
because
that
it
make
is
you
gay to grab.
It
your
is
dick.
gay to jack off your own
Yeah,
dick.
dude.
Dude, pause the podcast. Are you serious?
Yeah, dude. I mean, you are grabbing a cock.
Yeah.
Dude, Evan, I like you, but I'm like scared right now that I might be gay.
I
Dude, you
think
kinda
I might
scared
be
me, dude.
really gay.
I
I think I might be like gay this morning.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
Um,
just thought this was kind of nice. It's
but
not
no-
even this.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Have
That
you
is
seen?
nice.
But what are they doing? Have you? And maybe I don't know if you know this, but like, have you seen those videos where like it'll be like at like a convention, and there'll be like someone like I've seen like a video of like it was like a little girl who like was missing her arm, and then the guy would like he like put this thing on her, and she could like move the arm. I'm like, but that's not a
Oh, yeah.
Neuralink. What is that?
No, that is I think just like prosthetic technology.
Sure, and I'm
Like-
just but wondering like how to. I guess they might be separate things, like how you make that move. But I'm like, that's what's
Actually-
interesting is that like there are ways to
don't
help
know.
people do stuff
Honestly,
like
that
that. I
could
just
be
don't know
Neuralink
what-
shit.
Yeah, it
and
could
honestly,
be
like that
Neuralink
could like
shit.
cure phantom
Or
limb
something
problems,
something
you know?
similar to that.
Because
yeah.
your brain is firing those
Yeah.
signals. That's why
There's
people
gotta be
have
a way-
phantom limb, and so like there's got to be a
Yeah.
way that you could.
It connects into like that sort of like
Yeah.
highway of nerves.
Yeah,
in a
well, because
way.
also, but I think they've said that like
See, when I was thinking about when you initially asked the question, I was just thinking about like, wasn't Elon Musk trying to get us all to have brain
so
chips
this is
so
an
that we could get on
This is
Twitter?
an Elon Musk thing, which I'm pretty sour on Elon Musk. I don't
Yeah.
like him very much, but I was like reading this, and the whole time I was trying to be like fucking stupid. I fucking hate this guy. But this actually does seem like in this
Well, and the
specific
thing
well, everything
he's
is
just-
so nuanced. You
Yeah.
actually have
He's
to,
just
you
the
have
money.
to dive into everything,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
it makes it harder.
And he is
He's just
the
money. It's not like he's
not,
in the lab making people.
fucking working with like a soldering little fucking
Yeah, it just
pieces
you're
together.
the side of your head will have like a bulging T coming out of it, like
Yeah,
a Tesla
dude.
T.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it will be like lighting
Yeah,
up or whatever.
dude.
Like it
Yeah.
will. Yeah.
And once
Yeah.
it starts to snow, you're fucked. You're
Oh my
just
God,
like,
yeah.
like you can't even
But
eat.
yeah, so yeah, I do think there probably are good implications, and I think that once they figure out things once they figure out like, okay, you can have this Neuralink and you and your dog can have a conversation, that would win people over. Like I think
I can already have a conversation with my cats. I feel like we understand each other.
Yeah, but if I had one and me and your cat, because I had one in and I could understand your cat and we were bonding more, it would make you want to get one.
No, I'd be pissed off.
Yeah, you would, and you
Yeah,
would get
he'd
a
stop.
Neuralink.
He'd stop letting you go to his
Get the
house.
fuck out of
That's
my house.
true. And
I don't hang out
Stay
with
away
these.
from my cat, Bobby.
it's
And
okay.
then
I
I'd
have
come
your
up
whole
with some
cat
kind of
downloaded in my head, and we hung out for
yeah,
lifetime.
dude. The cat is like sending Bobby messages. It's like, save me, Bobby.
Yeah.
Please. Bobby, I love you.
Yeah. As long as as long as the Neuralink doesn't feel like doing Zoom stand up, I'm okay with it.
Dude.
That's what we're talking about. I did Zoom improv.
Another thing I refused to ever do was any comedy over Zoom.
Dude. Oh yeah, dude.
I did a
Oh,
class. I did a
smart.
sketch class
That's
over
good.
Zoom. That was fun.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you're just reading.
That's
Yeah,
sick,
yeah,
though,
yeah.
dude.
That was
No,
a good
that's
time.
fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Zoom improv. I literally
No.
felt like I took negative DMT. Like
Zo-
it felt like it lasted forever, but nothing was good about
Yeah.
it. I feel like
the
I didn't
opposite-
see Mother Life or whatever.
Yeah, it's the
Negative
opposite of the clarity
DMT.
of death, and it's
Yeah.
just
That's
like
so
the fucking.
hilarious.
My soul
Fog
got zip,
of
zap,
life.
zopped out of.
Well, we've reached the end of the pod. We did it.
Dang.
Yeah.
I had so much fun.
That was a nice time, though. I appreciate you both coming on.
Thanks
and-
for having us on.
I
Yeah,
had a great time.
plug your stuff. Both of you guys plug your stuff.
I'm at Evan C. Goldt on Instagram. That's the place I go on the most often, probably. And I run a weekly show at the Barrel of the Bottoms in the West Bottoms in Kansas City. I run a brunch comedy show called Hot Waffle. Follow at Cool Baby Comedy on Instagram to find out when those are, or you can see it on my Instagram too. And I've been playing a lot of Pokemon. And I might make it your problem at some
Yeah,
point.
dude.
The viewing
Go pro.
public.
You already
Yeah.
made it. You sat down and I was like, "What are you doing?" You're like, "Well, here's the thing." I'm like,
Here's
"Okay,
what
here we
here's
go."
what the
Yeah,
skivvy is.
The skivvy.
Mm-hmm.
What you got, Bobby?
I got skivvies. Yeah, at Bobby
It's
Jaycox.
herpes of the spine.
It's her. Oh, is it?
Skivvies.
Definitely have that. When I stand up, it itches. At Bobby Jaycox everywhere, and I have a podcast too called Discombobulated.
Yeah. Ooh.
Check that out.
Get
We could
your
do an
sticker on
episode
my
right
calendar.
after this and have the same conversation.
Dude, let's cut out the middleman. I'll just send you the tape.
Yeah, no, we'll do a good one.
Simulcast.
no, I like my podcast. No, I'm just kidding. No, but yeah, check that out, and come see. I would say see me and everyone live. I don't care who
Yeah.
you see, but live stand
Go
up.
see some live
Keep
comedy.
Keep it live.
Yeah, keep it live.
Yeah.
Keep
Go
it
live.
live, dude.
Go live.
And as always, you can follow this podcast at Jakin.off.podcast, and you can send anything at all to Jakin.off.podcast@gmail.com. I'll look at it at least one time if you send it there. And that's it. That's the end of the podcast. Thanks for listening. I love you.
He'll report you to the authorities if it's illegal.
Yeah, if it's like weed or something, I'm not gonna like report you to the authorities.
Yeah, send that
but
to me.
yeah, if it's like a picture of weed, that's fine. But if it's something worse,
Dude, imagine when you were
know
a
what I'm
kid.
saying?
If it's somehow incriminated.
Yeah, if you send me like child pornography, I'm gonna call the cops.
Imagine it's when you were instead of a guy being like, "Hey, this is pornography. Check out its tits." It's just a picture of a pot plant. You're like, check
That's the
this
kind
out.
of stuff that
That's illegal.
I would have been like, "Whoa, sick, dude! How much can I buy this magazine from you for?"
Can I scratch that and
Yeah.
sniff it?
Anyways, I love you. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.
Bye.